Today I'm going to show you how to do a provisional cast on using a chain crochet stitch. A lot of times this is done because later on you need live stitches to pick up to join with another piece of fabric or to add a lace panel, or for some reason you need live stitches on the cast on edge. So with the crochet hook and generally a cotton yarn, because it's not too sticky, you're going to chain a few stitches to start off. And this is just a regular crochet chain. You start off with a slip knot and then just pull the stitches through. And you want to get a little length of fabric there because you're going to need to hold on to that. Okay, then you take your knitting needle and you hold it parallel with the crochet hook. The yarn is behind the needle, and you're going to reach over the needle with your crochet hook, grab the yarn, and pull it through the chain. Then the yarn tail goes underneath the needle. And we repeat. Underneath the needle, grab a loop, pull it through the crochet loop, and then the yarn goes behind the needle again. Whoops. Okay, put the yarn behind the needle, grab the loop, and pull it through the crochet loop. So each time you do this, you're casting on a stitch that you'll later use for your knitting. Now when you do this, you always want to cast on one more stitch than you're going to need on that live edge, because you will always end up with one less stitch than you cast on when you remove the chain at whatever time you need to get those live stitches back. So I am going to cast on 16, and then we'll end up with 15. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we need 2 more. (16) stitches cast on. And we'll chain a few extra just so we have a good secure edge there. Three or four is fine, but you just need to have some kind of an edge there. You're going to have to take this out later on. And it's just easier if you have a little extra. So you're going to go ahead and feed this through the live loop and pull it. You don't need to pull it super tight because you are going to have to take it out again later. Okay, so we've got 16 stitches cast on. Put that to the side. Then we've got, I went ahead and knitted a few rows of fabric. And we're going to have to now, to expose these stitches, we're going to have to remove the chain cast on. And I'll do that by undoing the loop. And then we can start just pulling the chain out. Now once you get to the live stitches, each time you pull one out, I worked my yarn back in. I think I went over one of the stitches. So each time we pull one out, we can feed it to the needle. Pull one out, we've got a live stitch onto the needle. And you can do this ahead of time if you're afraid of losing your stitches. You can put your needle into the stitch and then pull the chain, or you can pull it out and then stick it on the needle. You know, different yarns respond differently. I'm using 2 cottons here. If you're using a cotton for the provisional cast on and then you use wool for the actual knitting, you know, the wool will stick together a little bit more, and you could probably pull out 4 or 5 or 6 stitches at a time and then put them on the needle. Now remember, we cast on 16, so we should end up with 15 at the end. So hopefully that works out like it's supposed to. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. There we go. 15 stitches on our needle. If you're like me, you may have been a little bit leery about provisional cast-ons and getting the stitches back on the needle, but with this crochet cast-on, it really is very easy, not too fiddly at all. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.